we started the excavation last year here. What we found was a very big extending layer of roof tiles. So that means that the building we uncovered was roofed with tiles and not wood or anything else. We found the first wall here, and then we carried on the excavation and we found that other wall. By the time we uncovered that, we realized that there is a gap in between, which means that this was an entrance. So what happened really, they built this wall. They had two different rooms separated. They were using this area here as the entrance, but sometime later, and judging from the ceramics we found, it was not the gap, the chronological gap in between was not very big. We may be talking about 50 or 60 years, and for some reason after these 50-60 years they were using the entrance. For some reason they changed the use of the building here. So what they did, they constructed this later, as we call it, wall, and they blocked the entrance. So for some reason they didn't need this entrance anymore, and by building this wall they separate again two rooms. Still there is lot that needs to be done, like extending the trench and try to see where exactly the walls go. You can see a very big collection of ceramic, of roof tiles again there. These are not from the roof of this building. This shows that there are buildings from that side as well, and these are the roof tiles from those buildings. You can see the inclination of the ground, and you can imagine that after an earthquake or after a destruction, these ceramic roof tiles would have come this way, like they would have the building would have collapsed, and the roof tiles would have come towards this side. That makes sense. We have collected a lot of pottery from here that is dated from the early 2nd century BC until the 1st century AD, and it was during that time these buildings were used. The most interesting find was a coin, a bronze coin that came from that side, which is very well cut. It is bronze and it comes from Laconia. It bears the two-hedging profile of Dioscuri, which is connected with the myth of Laconia, and on the other side it bears also some two amphoras and a mythological context that is related to Dioscuri. That it is dated to the 2nd, early 1st century BC. That makes absolute sense with the other finds we have, with the other ceramic finds.